All right. So, hi, I'm Sam McConnell. I'm a recruiter here at Clemson, and I was just wondering why you wanted to come to Clemson.
Great question. I'm not 100% sure I do want to come to Clemson yet. I'm kind of still looking around, but right now, the thing that kind of drew me to Clemson is that it's not that close to home, which I kind of like. A little bit of distance. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. So it's a little bit of distance, but it's got a good academic reputation. And I also really like this idea of like a small college town. So those two things, along with the football, it certainly doesn't hurt.
For sure, nice. Do you know what you want to major in?
God, that's a great question. I'm not exactly sure yet. I am thinking maybe something in business, probably not finance or accounting, but maybe management or marketing. I still need to figure that out. I'm not sure what I want to do with my
Nice. All right. What do you enjoy in your free time?
life. Ooh, that's a good question. Gosh, right now, what do I do in my free time? I feel like I don't have a ton of free time. But I guess you would say maybe like I play tennis. So I played college tennis. I play high school tennis. And I write for our school newspaper.
Nice.
And I'm also super involved in like student council. So like I like to stay busy. If I had a lot of free time, I'm kind of a nerd. I like to read. So if I had an extended amount of free time, I'd probably like to like curl up with a good book, but I stay pretty busy.
All right, sweet. So, I'm gonna jump in and tell you a little bit about Clemson. So, first off, we have around 20,000 undergraduate students and around 5,000 graduate students. So, I believe Clemson is the perfect size because there's many ways that you can get connected and build like a tight-knit group where it doesn't feel like you go to a big college. Well, at the same time, you have the big college atmosphere and bigger classroom sizes, and there's lots of like sporting events and everything that you can go to. And now it's 50% male and 50% female, so there's plenty of both genders, so it's easy to make friends of that are all different types. So next off, there's many ways to get plugged in and get connected at Clemson. We have 22 fraternities and 18 sororities. And here I included a picture of the quad, which is where many sorority and fraternity people live when you live on campus. And then next, we have this thing called Tiger Prowl. Tiger Prowl is where you can walk around and learn about all the different clubs and organizations and extracurricular activities that Clemson has to offer. So there are currently 400 plus clubs and organizations at Clemson. So there's lots to get involved with. I know you said that you like to be involved. So I'm sure that out of all those, you can find one that would work well with you and your liking. So the next thing Clemson has is club sports. There are 33 different club sports. And I know you had said that you played tennis in high school and you like that. So maybe you could play a club sport team. And if you don't exactly know what this is, it's where you play on like Clemson's club sport team and y'all have practices like weekly or biweekly. And you actually do like get to travel some and play against other colleges and other universities that are on the East Coast. And sometimes they travel even further than that. And then there's also intramural sports. Intramural sports is what I personally enjoyed when I was there. But intramural sports, there's 18 of those offered during a normal year. And intramural sports are just like you and your buddies decide to make a team, or you can sign up to just be put on a team to play with random people. And it's a great way to meet new people. So there's lots of ways to get involved. So next, I have our education rankings. So we were ranked 74 out of all national universities, which is pretty good, and number 29th out of all public schools. So Clemson is ranked very good in the education standings and perspective from that. So now 98% of high school graduates were in the top 50% of their class. Well, 50% of the high school graduates were in the top 10%. So that shows you that coming to Clemson, you're going to be surrounding yourself with other intelligent students which are motivated for success, which will help you stay motivated and striving for your success in your major that you choose. And then here I also included the SAT and ACT scores, which you can tell were rather high. And I also showed how 29,000 people applied for Clemson, but only 3,000 of those came. So it's pretty selective in how many people actually apply to Clemson to what gets in. And then now over here on the right, I have included a picture of the U.S. map. This map shows you the diversity of students and where everyone comes from. Yes, most of the kids are from the East Coast, but there's also lots of kids from other states and different parts of the US. So you're bound to meet many different people at Clemson that come from different backgrounds than you. And so, one negative about Clemson is the tuition. I know you said that you're in South Carolina, so maybe you can get a scholarship. We have the Life Scholarship and Palmetto Fellows. The Life will actually take $5,000 off a year, while Palmetto Fellows can take up to $7,500 off. So these scholarships, they're a great help and everything because these are just the cost of tuition before housing and board. So housing and board will add about another $10,000 for your freshman year. And then after that, living off campus is honestly a little bit cheaper if you choose to live in an apartment. But that is one downside to coming to Clemson. You do have to pay a great price, but it is worth it. So here I included a picture of some of Clemson's buildings and infrastructure. Over here on the bottom left, there's a picture of the entire campus. You can see Tillman Hall there, some classrooms behind it, and like the quad where students live. You have core where there's a dining hall over there in the middle. It's a beautiful campus. Now up here on the top left, I have a picture of our brand new business building, which is a great building. This is where you would do a lot of your work if you majored in a business subject. I know you said maybe management, maybe marketing. A lot of your classes would most likely be in that building. Now, as long as this building having a great classroom and new modern technology, there's lots of study rooms and outdoor study space. So you can get a lot of your work done there and you don't even have to walk all the way across campus to the library or another place to study. Now here I have a picture of Tillman. This is one of the staples of Clemson. It's right in like the heart of campus and you can see it from almost anywhere. It's a beautiful building. There is a big classroom hall in there and some other classrooms, but really it's just a nice building in the main front of campus. And then on the bottom right, I included a picture of the library with the reflection pond. The library is a great place to go to study. It's honestly very nice on the inside. They have a Starbucks inside there, so you can get a little coffee while you're studying. And then the reflection pond with the amphitheater right here across from it. It's a great place if you want to sit outside and get some work done or just enjoy the day. It's a nice place to go. So Clemson has a graduation rate of 81%, which is honestly quite high. And in 2018, Clemson's average salary after undergraduate school was $52,400. This is on average $1,400 above graduates from other universities. So this is basically saying that if you graduate with a degree from Clemson, your chances of making more money increase, which is a great thing. And so I also included a picture of the Clemson rings, which are very distinct. And many people notice these Clemson rings on you, and it's a nice looking ring. So if you graduate from Clemson, you'll have the opportunity to get one of these. So activities to do in Clemson. The top left picture is a picture of Bowman Field. You can always find someone out there playing spike ball or volleyball or some sort of game. It's a great place to go and hang out. This top right picture is a picture of downtown Clemson. There's often like live music and entertainment downtown. Clemson's not known to be a huge party school, but if you're into that, you definitely can find some smaller like house parties and things to go to. I included a sorority picture over here on the left. Clemson has sorority and fraternities, and they're always having events and functions and different things where you can dress up and have fun with your friends. And the bottom of the middle, there's a picture of downtown Clemson. There's many nice restaurants down there where you can go eat with your friends. And then over here on the right is some of Clemson's housing. A lot of it has pools and places to relax. So now I believe this is one of Clemson's greatest features is its location. Clemson is located right on Lake Hartwell and 15 minutes from another lake called Lake Kiwi. So Clemson actually provides us with access to Lake Hartwell. We have a place called Y Beach where we can go and lay out, and there's grass area to play. And there's actually a new building located here where you're allowed to go study and sit out and get like free air study rooms, which is honestly very nice. So if you ever have extra time during your day, go to Y Beach. It's a great place to be. But the location of Clemson is also great because we're about 45 minutes from downtown Greenville, which is a very pretty city that you should visit while you're at Clemson. And then we're also about 45 minutes to an hour away from the mountains. So if you're feeling adventurous and would like to go hike, you can do that as well. So now last but not least, I'm sure that you've heard about Clemson sports teams. Our football team, we've won 2 national championships in the last 5 years. And then we compete in many Division I sports. We have baseball, softball, soccer, basketball, track and field, men's and women's, everything. So there are a lot of sporting events that if you ever get bored or have something that you just a night without much to do, you can most likely find a sporting event either on TV that Clemson's participating in or on campus, and you can go watch it and enjoy that with your friends. So, do you have any questions for me?
Oh, that's a great one. The sports are great. In fact, I think my dad is in there watching the Clemson baseball game right now, or at least trying to. It may be blacked out. I think he's listening to it on the radio. I think we're winning, but I'm not sure if you follow Clemson baseball.
No.
Um, what was I going to ask you? So one of the things that, growing up in Columbia that I've like heard my whole life about like going to Clemson is that it's like a cow town and there's like cows everywhere and it's like so rural and there's like nothing to do. Like, is this a concern? Like with you, like being a student, is this something that you've experienced at all? Or, I mean, I know you talked about a lot of the activities, but I just worry that it might be like too rural.
Clemson is in a rural area, but that is not the case at all. Clemson has Seneca and Central all surrounding it, and there's always something going on campus. Like, if you ever have a time without something going on, it's honestly surprising because at Clemson, there's so many events and activities that if you want to participate in, you can get involved and you can always have something going on. But if you do choose to just do nothing, it is very easy to just like relax and have that time to yourself. So if you would want to like get away from everything, it's very easy to do because we are in a rural place. But I would not say that Clemson is like a cow town. Like there's always something going on and things to be done.
All right, fair enough.
So I have one question for you. After all the great things you've heard about Clemson, are you all in? Do you decide to go here?
Yeah, I think I probably will be. I think it just depends on like scholarship money and whatnot. But if I can get some money to come there, I think I will. I will consider it.
All right, great.
Hey, great
Well,
job! You did a really great job. You were really prepared. I was like writing some notes down